Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A high-speed chase has a violent ending. The car slamming into several other vehicles and then into a family's home.
He came and, this whole side is destroyed. He could have came into my window. I could have died right.
Thankfully, no one was inside that Hamtramck home was hurt.
But the destruction left behind may leave the family homeless. Victor Williams is live at the scene with a closer look at that damage. Victor.
Yes, Kimberly and Devin, you can still see plenty of damage out here from where that car crashed in this very same spot. The driver who was being chased by police turned out to damage more than just property when he took a turn going way too fast.
I see a light from a car, zooming in, and I was so scared. I almost thought I was going to die.
Arifin says he was in his room doing his homework when he caught a glimpse of a driver crashing into his home during a high-speed chase.
When you hear an explosion, from bombs and stuff like that, that's what it sounded like. It was very scary.
His entire family, consisting of his mother, Dardini, and two younger sisters, were inside during the time of the crash. To make matters worse, the car badly damaged by the impact was the only transportation for the whole house. Dardini was also just released from the hospital.
I'm a single parent, take care of my children, and this is too much for me now. I don't know, I'm so frustrated with it.
The house next door was also hit with more damage. Mohammed Hamad had just bought the property 2 months ago to renovate for his mother.
This street is one of the safest streets. We didn't even think something like this would ever happen.
The driver was taken right into custody shortly afterwards. Mohammed is just glad that no one was hurt.
I mean, what if he killed somebody? What if something worse happened? What if there was people? What if a house collapsed?
And right now, police aren't commenting as to why this chase was happening in the first place, but it turns out the family that stays right here in this house might have an issue because there might be damage done to the foundation. So if you would like to help them out, head over to our website, Click on Detroit, to see how to do so. In Hamtramck tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor, thanks.
University of Michigan settles a lawsuit filed by those who say they were sexually assaulted by Dr. Robert Anderson. Settlement, $490 million. The more than 1,000 plaintiffs are mostly former athletes, including former football player John Vaughn. Jason Colthorpe in Ann Arbor tonight, where it turns out Vaughn's protest became a contentious part of this lawsuit.
One thing we now know is just how bothered university officials are by all of this. Sources inside the settlement negotiations tell me once they came to an agreement on that final monetary number, $490 million, the first requirement by the university lawyers was to demand that John Vaughn pack up all of this and take it off campus. The sports saying next man up feels appropriate as Tad DeLuca and Bill Evashevsky hold down the fort for John Vaughn for a couple of days while he's out sick. They say being here is no longer just their protest.
Too many students, my kids, my daughter's age and younger, are here talking about their rapes, both male and female. And it just kind of took us over. We've got to change this.
If it weren't for DeLuca, the $490 million settlement wouldn't have happened. After his letter to A.D. Don Canham was ignored and his scholarship taken in 1975, the former wrestler wrote again in 2018, this time to A.D. Ward Manuel, who launched an investigation.
Is there any sense of vindication here?
I'm going to say yes, but Chuck is dying. And there's other guys that have probably died before Chuck too soon, and there's going to be people after Chuck. They've given us a settlement, and they're going to try to look. We paid off all these brave survivors. We got rid of this bad seed we had here, and they're going to expect it to go all back to being perfect again. That's like painting a house where all the timbers are rotten.
The Chuck he's referring to there, as we've covered in previous stories, is Chuck Christian, former football player who's fighting prostate cancer that he believes it came from years of refusing to go to the doctor after what he experienced at the hands of Dr. Robert Anderson. And by the way, shirts like this will continue to circulate on campus because DeLuca, Vaughn aren't going anywhere after a long back and forth today. that was dropped by university lawyers that they leave campus from the final settlement. So they are staying, and it's starting to sound like they're going to stay for a while. We're in Ann Arbor tonight. Jason Coulthard, Local 4.
Sure does. All right, Jason.
All right, now to the state's latest update on new COVID-19 cases as Henry Ford Health System cites its first signs of early progress since the Omicron surge.
We've been waiting for a little bit of optimism. The state reporting 86,009 new cases over the last 5 days, so the average at 17,000 cases a day. We have lost, though, another 501 Michiganders to the virus during that time. There are currently 499 COVID patients in the Henry Ford Health System, a slight drop from the 551 patients we saw last week. Employees also slowly returning back to work. Today, President Biden addressed COVID in his first official news conference of 2022.
I'm not going to give up and accept things as they are now. Some people may call what's happening now the new normal. I call it a job not yet finished. It will get better. We're moving toward a time when COVID-19 won't disrupt our daily lives.
64.6% of eligible Michiganders have received at least one dose of the vaccine.
A Roseville man is charged in the death of his roommate's 1-year-old daughter. 28-year-old Dennis Justice was arraigned yesterday on involuntary manslaughter charges. Police say he was babysitting the child last month when she suffered an unexplained head injury and was taken to the hospital. She died 2 days later. Investigators say her death was not accidental. Justice is being held on a $300,000 bond at the Macomb County Jail.
Today, the superintendent of Oxford Schools released a letter trying to clarify details about the events leading up to the school shooting in November. Tim Throne says the Deerhead incident that's been talked about so much on November 4th was investigated by police and was not related to Ethan Crumbley, the defendant in the case. He also says police determined there was no threat to the high school after a bird head was found in a jar in a bathroom on November 11th. Additionally, Throne says allegations of live ammunition being discovered at the school are completely false, and all tips from last November, he says, were investigated by police. The search for a missing mother of 4 is now a homicide investigation after human remains are found inside her home.
33-year-old Latima Warren was reported missing in December. Police executed a search warrant at her West Side home after family discovered some of her clothing dumped in the backyard, as well as a patch of dirt that had been dug up. Her 44-year-old boyfriend was at the home and was taken into custody after human remains were found in garbage bags hidden in the attic.
We do have to wait for positive identification from the medical examiner for it to be official, but sadly, all things point to the fact that this is, in fact, sadly, Miss Warren.
Detroit police have submitted a warrant request seeking charges against Warren's boyfriend.
Former Detroit City Councilman Andre Spivey, neither he nor prosecutors got everything they wanted at today's sentencing. Spivey was sentenced to 24 months in prison for bribery. Prosecutors had been asking for 40 months, while Spivey was seeking probation, citing his cooperation with investigators, but that was something prosecutors disputed. Court records show Spivey accepted more than $35,000 in bribes connected to the City Council's oversight of car towing in Detroit. He does not, though, have to report to prison until July.